Turbo blessings to all of you. My name is Thom. This is lesson 2 in a plethora of lessons we're going to get. Okay. Most of this will be on the on blues, right? Basics of a blues line. Okay. The first one was mostly on the bead circle, which I'm going to do right now. I'm going to do a walking line on the electric bass. And if you want any reference as far as how this is put together, it's on lesson 1, okay? And it's basically a walking line in 5 steps. So we just do that, and then I'll think in terms of the positioning I'm using and everything else that comes after that, okay? So this is just a walking line, emulating the line I did on the acoustic bass in the first lesson, but it can be done. And the bottom line for all of this is that anything on the electric possibly can be done on the acoustic, and the reverse is true also. So both of these, instruments relate to each other. So one's got frets, one doesn't, but then there's a lot of fretless basses coming out and all that. So this is a 5-string. I might not use the 5th string except for it's like the more cross-board thinking you can add to your playing, the better off you are. Less movement you'll have. So I just do the walking line, and then we'll do something else after that, okay? If it doesn't make any sense, refer to the lesson 1. This is lesson 2. Or acoustic. It's a walking line, okay? Now, what I wanted to look at first is positioning of the bass, okay? Electric bass. Now, I saw a lot of videos. I'm looking at stuff on YouTube now that I'm doing this, and I noticed that all of them are out here. A lot of them are out here. So that's fine, except it's harder to play here than up here. Now, I'm a bass guy, acoustic guy. Let's see, did I play acoustic first? It's so long ago I can't remember. But I think I started with an acoustic first. And this is easier than this. It's easier for me. Now you guys out there, I know I've got some students and they refuse to bring their instrument up because this here looks cool. So that's fine. If you want to stay out there, you can. It's all the same to me. But I have an idea that you're sitting like this, right? Your hand is relaxed. You're midway between your strings. I got a 5-string. So my hand's paused on the middle string. If I had a 4-string, I'd be paused here. But you basically don't push with your right hand. Just use it as on a fence post or whatever. Nice and easy, okay? That'll keep the instrument up, okay? And then, there's all kinds of little tricks. I won't go through all that. Changing the center of gravity of the instrument. So, this is better for me, right? So, good here, sitting, but it's also good here, standing. Some people take the idea, some people don't, and it's fine with me. Keep the strap snug enough so it's not resting on your legs, but it works for me, and that's all I can say. And now basically I'm going to go into a blues sequence, okay? 1, 4, and 5, okay? Now the fun part about this is it's all in A, okay? Now, the root, all of the fingerings are the same exact fingerings until I hit a variation, which I'll show you later, okay? But it's root, 3rd, 5th, down to 7th, okay? Root, 3rd, 5th, 7th. Now, same fingering for everything, okay? So then you go to the 4, which is a D. Same exact fingering. Now, to go to the 5, which is E, slide to it. You know. Then slide back to your 4. And back to your 4. We're back to your 1. Okay? So I'll play that one time through. And then we'll move on to the next variation. So it's like, it's the same as the walking deal. I mean, I've been doing this for a while and showing people basics, and this is for basic stuff. Basic things that people need to know. Bass players, anyway. And so, you know, if you want screaming stuff, go look at a Jaco Pastorius video or Stu Ham or something like that. But if you want the basics, then you're in the right place, okay? So, okay, that's the first step, right? Then I do ascending and descending quarters. Now this is on a sheet that I've got, my little packet, handwritten mostly. You know, I mean, I copy the stuff, but it's handwritten. About 20 sheets of different exercises that'll be beneficial for you. You know, in the starting stages, there's some, I call it a 4-fret frenzy, exercises in 4 frets. There's another page, there's a funk sheet, there's a swing sheet. If you have trouble figuring out how to swing, I've got it all explained. Like I say, about 20 pages. We'll talk about more of that later. But, so then the next step is ascending and descending quarters, okay? Same exercise. You know, the next variation, I use a quarter note with a triplet on the 4th beat of the first bar sequence. Stay in position. There's no need to go out of position. You can make these basic things happen in position. So that's the main idea of this whole deal, is to keep your fingers quiet, okay? Now, that's basically, now then there's a slide 6 that I do, okay? Oh, we'll do the triplet add. Stay right there. So you add the triplet on the 4th beat of the first bar. Up, ascending and descending, okay? Now, there's a thing I call a slide 6, because I slide to get to it, right? But there's also the 6th degree of the major scale, right? Six, nice, transitionary, right? That's a standard 6, okay? On the page I've got, they're both slide 6s, okay? Which is slide 6. It works, you know. That's that first variation. Then there's a triplet I throw on the end of the next slide 6. It's all written, and you've seen it go by. We don't need CDs. We've already talked about that. You're seeing the demonstration, so you can just run it by as many times as you want. Some of my students have watched this. The first one, they'll watch this one, you know, and they have their critique. And so, you know, I'm just trying to be more streamlined with it. So, you know, just enjoy the process. Now, I've got a blues sequence set at the bottom of the sheet. And I'll go through it. I'll try and throw those tricks in. And then we'll see where we go from that point. So do 12 bars. We're not looking for perfection. We're looking for feel. Okay? So any mistakes you catch, either rookie or veteran, I've heard them too, but the trick is to keep going no matter what happens, because on gigs and jobs and things, if you stop, then you're exposed. So keep going, and I'll keep going no matter what happens, okay? and then I'll go back and make excuses later. I'll try and put the slide 6, ascending, descending, all the different things I've shown already, and we'll see how it works out, okay? Okay, that's 12 bars. Simple as that. And so, if there's any input you need, setting up a PayPal, if any of you is bright enough to get into it, I've got a PayPal, and I've got a post office box, 335 Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, 83816. Goes right to the post office. So check or money order, do it that way. You want to do PayPal if you can get in. I have a student's mom who went in and got, put some money in there. So it does work, but I don't have enough brains to get it tied to my YouTube yet. So if you can get into that, you're good. $45 for the packet, about 20 pages, like I said, different exercises. The highly exalted bead worship is there, showing how to get the walking line. This blues sheet is there, swing sheet, all kinds of different various exercises, which I can explain through Skype or whatever. Single lesson, $50. 4 lessons, if you buy 4, is $175, and it'll be a solid hour of input on any of the things that I'm doing. Okay, and I'll keep making videos as long as Andrew can appear, or maybe I have to start doing it on my phone. I don't know, because he's destined for stardom somewhere, and it's not here. So, many thanks to you all. Let's see. I think I've covered everything else. So, bottom line, shalom.